Hello guys, welcome to the next video tutorial on Android app development for beginners. And in this video we will see how we can use checkboxes with our Android application. So generally we use checkboxes whenever we want to choose a list of items. For example, you are making a grocery shop app, you can use checkboxes to select the items, right? Or for example, you want to give the option to the user to select his favorite animals or favorite dishes or favorite favorite things, right? So basically whenever we want to select multiple items, we use checkboxes. Now to add checkboxes, as you can see, I can add checkboxes by going to my palette, and in the widget section I have this checkbox widget which I can drag and drop to my Android activity. I'm also going to take a button so that on the basis of button click event I can decide uh, which checkboxes are checked, and on the basis of checked option or checked boxes I can take some action. Now I will choose all these or I will select all these checkboxes, and I'm going to change the properties of these checkboxes. In the properties I'm going to go to layout underscore width, and I'm going to set it to fill parent so that this width is filled in the in the width, right? Now I'm going to change the name of these checkboxes. For example, we want to create a list of animals so that user can choose his favorite animals. For example, a dog. And in here you will see this option checked. So in here, if you choose this option checked, you can see whenever you run the application, it will be checked by default. Otherwise, when you uncheck this option, your whenever you start your activity, this checkbox will be unchecked. So this is the default condition you want to check to your checkbox. Okay, the name to the checkbox we can give according to the name. For example, checkbox dog. Now we will go to the code part of our activity. So I will go to my main activity.java file, and in here we are going to declare these variables. So we are going to declare 3 checkbox variable and 1 button variable. Okay, so now our variables are declared. Now we are going to create a method. This will be the public method, and it's not going to return anything. And we are going to name our method as, for example, add listener on button. Okay, and then it's not going to take any argument, and we will create or prepare the body of our function in these curly braces. Now inside here we are going to cast our checkboxes as button, and we are going to cast them by ID. So for example, for the checkbox 1, we are going to cast it to the dog checkbox. Now once we have casted all our widgets, now we are going to add the listener. So we are going to take our button variable and we will set the listener to it. Set on click listener, and in here in the arguments just press enter and we are going to create a new listener. So new on click listener, on click listener, and this takes 3 arguments, right? On click, yeah, right. So we will create a buffer, string buffer. So in here we are going to create a string buffer result is equal to new string buffer, and then let me reformat, otherwise it will go out of the screen. So select all, cut and paste once again, and now we are going to add a toast, and in this result we are going to append the checked item first. So first of all, this result, take this result variable. So in here result dot append, and we can append any string to it. So in the double quotes you can just write dog, and if it's checked we will say it's checked, otherwise we will say it's not checked. So append this string dogs dot append, and in here we are going to append if the checkbox is checked or not, right? So we will take the first checkbox, which is for dog field, dot is checked, is checked, okay, and this will give you the binary option, true or false, or 1 or 0. If it's checked it's going to give you true, or if it's unchecked it's going to give you false, right? And we are going to just close this. In a same way for cat and cow we will do the same. And now we can display this result to the toast. So we can just write toast dot make text, and in here we are going to select our activity, which is our main activity here, or the class name, dot this. Then we will choose the text we want to display. So the text we want to display is this result variable. So just copy and paste result dot toString, okay, because it's a buffer, so we need to convert it to string. Dot now once we have created this method, we just need to call it in our create method, which is this one, right? So just go below this set content view and just paste your method name, which is this one, and now we are going to run our application, and now our application is running. So for example, we check checkbox 1 and checkbox 2 and press this select button. The answer is dog is equal to true and cat is equal to true. You can see dog true, cat true, and cow false. So if you want to add the line ending, you can just add this line ending here, \n, and in here also \n, right? And once again run the program, and now once we select all the options, it says dog true, cat true, and cow true. And if we unselect some option, Now only dog is true, cat is false, and cow is false. Okay, so in this way you can choose your selection on the basis of isSelect method here, right? Now let's create a method on which we will allow the user to take some action on this checkbox click itself. Okay, so for example, once selector uses or user selects this dog checkbox, we are going to display some message that you selected dog without any button click event. So what we are going to do is we are going to declare one more method which will be public. Now once again we are going to cast our checkbox 1 variable because we want to take action on checkbox 1. So I will copy the code from here, and then we want to take this checkbox 1, and then we will set on click listeners dot set on click listener, and in the argument just click enter new on click listener, and in here you just need to write if the checkbox is checked. So we will just check the condition if and we will take our variable from view which is v, so just take it here v, and then we will enclose it in a bracket also. So just add one more bracket here, and then dot is checked, and if the checkbox is checked we are going to perform some action. So we will display toast dot make text, and in here the class name once again dot this, comma, if it's checked we are going to display some message here. So let's display a message. For example, we will display dog is selected. Okay, and then the third argument is the same, toast dot length long, and then we will just show this dot show. Okay, and I will add it in here, and now we are going to run it. Okay, so that it will listen on this dog checkbox, this one. So you see, whenever I check the dog checkbox, I will check it and it shows dog is selected, and when I uncheck it, once again check it, dog is selected. But when I check cat checkbox, it doesn't show any message because I haven't added any listener to these checkboxes. I have added listener to the dog checkbox only. So whenever I check it, it shows dog is selected, but you can add the same kind of listener to these checkboxes also. So in this way you can use checkboxes in your Android app. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and